Uh, Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Tim, and I am not a musician. But if there's one thing that Aaron Hoffman loved, it was filming himself with his phone. So when in Rome, hey, I actually want to let you know this, that Aaron is gone now, and while he will be missed greatly, you guys are probably wondering what's the plan, what's going on. And that's what this video is about. I want to let you know what our plan is for Victorville Worship Arts. So, the big news is this. In the past, when these seasons would happen, when we'd be looking for our next person, and in the meantime, we would do a lot of hiring out. We would have someone kind of coordinating musicians, and then we would look for hired guns to be worship leaders. Well, one of my favorite things that was true about Aaron is that Aaron really trusted a lot of you guys to lead our people in worship every weekend. And I know in traditional church language, Aaron was our worship leader, but honestly, Aaron shared a lot of leadership with a lot of you. And so over the last few months and over the last couple of years, we've really enjoyed the leadership of Brenton and Angela and Willie and Marie and Lauren. And so we actually have a lot of confidence in the team we already have. And so we are not looking to hire out every single weekend another hired gun to fill in worship at HDC. Instead, we want to work with our existing teams because honestly, I believe that it's the best thing that we've got going as a church in our weekend services. So you should know this. Point number one, we have hired James O'Rear and Ben Pendergrass to be in the office every single week, making sure that things are coordinated and prepared for you. Ben and James are going to be here every single week. I know you're impressed with my very fancy graphics. CNN can't keep up with this. Ben and James are going to be preparing every single weekend and coordinating every single weekend so that you guys can show up and continue to do what you've been doing, which is leading our church in worship. Now, any given weekend though, there might be some confusion. Wait, what does that mean? Who's going to be like the person? Who's going to be the guy? Well, every weekend there's going to be a band leader. A band leader is going to be responsible for the team that weekend. They're going to interface with productions and with the band. They're going to be the go-to leader on any given weekend. But it does not necessarily mean that the band leader is leading every song in worship. As a matter of fact, every single weekend, we are going to identify who are our worship leaders. And it's going to be you guys. It's going to be Brenton and Marie and Willie and Angela and Annie and others who've already been doing a great job. Casey Atkins has picked up some of the slack already for us on Sunday nights and is doing fantastic. So every weekend we're going to have a band leader, and every weekend we're also going to have worship leaders, because we really like the load that is carried by a number of people. In addition to that, of course, we're always going to have band members. You cannot have a band without Brett Swanson on the drum kit. Come on, people. So every weekend we're going to have band members as well. We're going to have a band leader. We're going to have worship leaders. We're going to have band members. And if the band leader can really own the fact that he's the kind of the papa bear for the band and the go-between for productions, we're going to be doing great. If we know who our worship leaders are and the worship leaders realize I've got a lot of conviction and ownership over the songs I'm singing, and you guys are the ones who are engaging our crowd, then we're going to be doing fine. And if you're a band member and you love to show up and play and use your gifting in our church for the glory of God, if you're prepared and if you're an encourager, guys, we're going to kill it. So between Ben and James doing coordination and preparation, we're going to have a band leader every single weekend that's going to be the papa bear for that group, interfacing with productions. We're going to have worship leaders, and they're going to know ahead of time that that's their role for the weekend. They're going to be worried about getting our crowd engaged with worship. And then we're going to have band members. They're going to be prepared, and they're going to be encouragers. Honestly, guys, with that in place, we're going to have enough time and enough freedom to look for the right individual to join our staff. Because Ben and James are longtime HDC. They love you guys. They love worship arts. And they're going to be working really hard to do this, to clarify and communicate. We're going to have a 2-week rotation. I know that sometimes you guys get scheduled weeks out in advance, And it's like, I don't know if I can commit to that or not. We know that's an issue. And we know we hate last minute too. You don't want to be the one that gets the panicky text message on a Thursday, dude, we need a bass player so bad. So we're going to work to clarify and communicate in 2-week time periods. And if we can do these things, guys, we will not survive the next couple of months. We won't. We're going to thrive. We're going to do a great job leading our people. We've got all the confidence in the world that you guys are fit and gifted and prepared for this. And if we can use Ben and James to support your gifting, guys, we've got a lot of confidence that over the next couple months, HTC Victorville is going to continue to honor and worship Jesus every single weekend. So that is our plan. Ben and James in the office during the week working to coordinate, prepare, and communicate out to you guys. On a weekend, we're going to have a band leader, we're going to have worship leaders, and we're going to have band members, just like we already do. And it's our job to make sure that you guys know ahead of time what those roles are. Now, one last little piece. Just so that I could get to know you guys, because I know that you guys had that pastoral connect with Aaron, I love to make an open door to you guys. And so one thing I want to do is invite you to my house on September 19th. Come to mi casa and let's watch the first night of The Voice. That's when we can maybe watch one of our own here in the Victorville Worship Arts team compete and use her skill set and giftings. We think it'd be a ton of fun. So hop on the comments of this video. Don't put it other places. Comments of this video to let me know if you're going to be there or not. Because we're going to have food for you. And we'd love to have you over so that we can make sure that we're connecting as well. If you got a question, ask us. James, Ben, Tim Cool are all people you can ask questions to. But if you forget some of the details, you can go back and watch this very informative video. Thank you guys. See you guys this weekend. Bye-bye.